Jared, what do you miss about church stuff?
I miss not being able to hang out with my friends and then watch movies and stuff like that on Sundays. Really, I miss the one-day weekend the most.
Hey, what's up guys? It's ex-Morgan and Jared with My Spiritual Life. Today we are going to be talking about what we miss about being Mormon. What are you laughing at?
I don't know what I miss.
Yeah, see, we're going to show you two totally different perspectives. Because I feel like I miss a lot and I feel like Jared misses nothing. Maybe you're somewhere in between, so who knows? Really, there's nothing you miss at all. Not a single thing.
I mean, there's probably stuff. I mean, okay, this is gonna sound odd. I enjoyed giving talks.
What? I did not know that.
You didn't know that? I was into it. Like, I'd get up and bear my testimony every Sunday.
Like when you were a teenager,
Sunday,
right?
When I was a teenager.
Right.
I would get up and when I gave talks, I'd make like a show out of it. Like one time it was a talk on presentation, and I like had my tie undone and a couple buttons down, and I messed my hair up, and I got up there and was like, well, I've been asked to give a talk today, and it was eventually I did everything back up and was like, that looked like crap, didn't it? I got flack for saying crap over the pulpit.
Were your parents embarrassed?
No. People were always kind of... I would use, like, lyrics to songs that I liked. I would... one time... This was probably more embarrassing than anything. I actually had a mic with a cord.
Oh, no.
And I, like, went...
Tell me you didn't mic drop.
I don't think mic drop was a thing back then. But
you're so old.
But I like went and I had a friend who I asked questions to. I don't even remember what the talk was about, but I like actually went out into the congregation and have him. So
how did they let you do that?
They kind of just let me. I don't know. They were always a little nervous because when I had my tie undone, they were like, "Wait, your tie's undone, idiot." So I don't know. I enjoyed that. I mean, you never saw me enjoying giving talks because you've known very little of Mormon Jared, honestly.
Very little. True. Because, I mean, you were pretty much out, like, at least mentally out after we were married for, like, a year.
Yeah, even less than that, probably.
See, the more we talk about it, the more I find out. I was like, because I used to say 2 years into our marriage, and you're like, no, 1 year, no. He was faking it for a while, guys. Dang, should be an actor. So, things I miss about church. I miss hearing the uplifting stories every week. Like, I feel like, you know, it's like a little bit of Russian roulette going to sacrament meeting, especially on Fast Sunday. But I loved hearing people's, like, stories of success and triumph over, like, their difficulties. And so I loved hearing that. I really liked Relief Society. I didn't for a while. But as I started to struggle with church stuff, Relief Society was, like, the only part I actually liked. Because I felt like people would more often talk about what they were struggling with and, like, being more vulnerable and, like, how they're trying to work through it. And I liked that. I liked that level of sharing. I liked singing at church. I really enjoy singing. I think I miss just, like, belonging to a group that all, like, have something in common. You don't feel like you miss that?
I don't know. I don't know that I ever felt like I had a lot in common with the people around me. And like, we believed the same thing, so there was that, but I don't know, I don't think there's nothing to miss about it. I just don't think I miss those things. Like,
Yeah.
I understand the people that miss the community.
Right.
And the activities and stuff
Yeah.
like that. I just don't. Because I need like 2 good friends. And
he has none right now, so
none. So
2 applications open. He just needs 2 of you. That makes sense. I mean, I do think sometimes women tend to want the social aspect more, although I guess it just depends on the personality. Some people like more friends than other people.
Well, women are more religious overall, like based on studies.
So women are better
overall. So I don't know if it has to do with the community or if they just feel more of an inclination towards spirituality in general.
Maybe a little bit of both.
Maybe it's probably a lot of things.
Yeah, sure. I miss like again, kind of like that belonging to a group where you all think the same way.
What?
Like you have this in common. Like you're all like on the same page. You're all on the same page.
Okay.
What did you think that meant?
Oh, nothing. You just like.
I know it sounds robotic.
It sounds like Rexburg.
Oh yeah, good times. But yeah, I miss like being on the same page with these people. Like where you have a conversation, and it's like, oh yeah, like we all agree, you know. And I mean, you get that in the ex-Mormon community as well, which is great. But I haven't found like an ex-Mormon church around here that I get that from.
So you're gonna take the blue pill?
Anyway, I miss that aspect as well with my family, like feeling like I'm on the same page as them, because I think we're still trying to learn how to navigate this new dynamic in the relationship, and I'm just like, I just wish, like I miss when we all agreed, if that makes sense. You don't feel like you have a struggle with that?
I don't know. I think I like disagreeing with people.
That's true.
I'm a disagreeable person.
Very true. Just Jared enjoys debating. I think he just enjoys being right, but he thinks he enjoys debating.
I mean, enjoys being right. I don't know if you can really say that because, like, I don't know. How can you say you've tasted good if you've never tasted evil? You know, good can't exist without evil. So I've never experienced not being right. So I don't know. I guess I think I like being right. Shame.
Okay, so what do I miss? I miss blessings.
Yeah?
I would have Jared give me blessings all the time. I found it very comforting. I still think it's a comforting thing. I think you can't put all your money on it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, they give you blessings well past my expiration date.
Yeah. I would have Jared give me blessings, like, after he was, like, out. Because it just made me feel better, like,
I never knew what to do. You were like, can you give me a blessing? I'm having a hard time. And I was like, I mean, do you think it's really gonna, like, count? Because I got plastered this weekend.
Well, and I knew, I knew that stuff, but I would still ask him for one, because, like, I just felt like, I don't know, you would just say really comforting things, and it felt special. So, yeah, I guess that was odd, but I've always liked blessings, so. I miss the identity that I had, because growing up, I was like, Morgan the Mormon, and I grew up in St. Louis, so I was one of the only Mormons in my school, and the other Mormons were my siblings, and so I was, like, it was special. It was something unique about me that I definitely wrapped my identity around. So I think I miss that, I don't know, uniqueness. Now I'm just like, I'm just like a sucker like everyone else in the world. I'm just kidding anyway. I know what Jared misses. Motab. Jared gets drunk sometimes and listens to Motab.
Motab's fantastic, okay? If you don't think that Motab is one of the best things that's happened to music in the last century, then you are stupid.
Guys, he's not kidding. I know you think he's kidding because he usually is, but he actually really does like Motown.
It's not like I miss Motown because I listen to them more now than I ever did
That's true.
As a Mormon.
That's very
They've got cool stuff. They sing.
They've got good shit.
Even some of the, like, If You Could Hide a Kolob. I get that people think that's a weird song. I think it's cool. I think Mormonism needs to take its weirdness and embrace it all the way. Because it's weird to think that you're going to get a planet and be a god one day, but it's cool.
Yeah.
It's way cooler than the rest of Christianity, how they're all like, we're going to sing praises to Jesus forever now. That sounds terrible. That sounds so boring. Like, I'm sure I'd like Jesus. I'm sure he's a great guy. Thanks for dying for my sins and stuff. Really nice of you. I appreciate it.
Right.
Do I have to sing forever? Like, I mean, sure, I guess I owe you the forever, but you made me, right? You made me a fallen piece of crap, so...
Oh, this is getting very blasphemous. Oh, boy.
But If You Could Hide a Kolob, it's good because it's all about... It's in a different... it's in, like, a unique key. I don't remember what key it is, but it's got a cool progression, and it's a song about wonder. Like, the melody itself gives off a vibe of, like, wonder and awe. But the words do the same thing. It's very rare, to me, anyway, for the emotion that a melody invokes and the emotion displayed in the lyrics to coincide with each other.
Wow. We should hide to Kolob.
Are you saying you want to do shrooms?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I'll think about that. I just feel like when you leave the church, there's so much anger. And that's really hard to get through because you feel, I mean, there's so much going on, right? But underneath that anger, I'm finding like there's a lot I genuinely am just like sad that I miss. And I mean, the cool thing is like the things that I am sad that I miss, like I'm learning to find that in other ways and sometimes in better ways or ways that feel better to me, ways that fit my life better. Yeah, but I think it feels nice to just honor the things that I do miss. Yeah, I guess Jared and I are a good contrast between missing things or not, you know? Everyone's experience is different. And I know some of you out there are going to say, oh, she misses the church, and it's just because it's really true. That's very possible. That is very possible. I just want to give that to you. Because, way to be a detective.
Possible and probable aren't the same thing. Well, yeah, it's possible that I could lift this house off the ground. Like, it's technically maybe possible, but it's very, very, very improbable.
I definitely feel like I'm still fresh enough into this journey that sometimes I find myself wishing that it was true. And I'm like, I just gotta honor that. Because I think I associate the family conflict so much with the fact that I can't believe in the church anymore. And I'm like, oh, that conflict would just go away if I could just believe. And, but I don't know. It's like I'm starting to learn that that's not really true. Like this conflict isn't really just about me believing differently. There's a lot to it, if that makes sense. Do you think?
Yeah. Okay, this is gonna sound a little off, but hear me out. I think people maybe put a little too much stock in happiness. Like, I think people set it up as their ultimate goal, and I think it's largely accepted by everyone that that's just the best thing. That's what we need to look for, is happiness.
Stop looking for that, guys.
Happiness is great. I'm just saying that, like, if you could go your whole life being like a Scientologist, and you knew right now that if you stayed with that, and if you stayed with Scientology, you would be happier than any other path you could take.
Okay.
That doesn't make it the right path. I do feel happier on this path, I think, but the fulfillment is what brought me here, because it's not I didn't think this would make me happy, leaving the church.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Because when I was leaving it, you were very much in it, and I knew I was risking my marriage, maybe, you know. So I didn't think it was going to make me happier to put you through that, put myself through that, but I couldn't ignore it at the same time. It's more fulfilling to chase down truth and to kind of hold reality in your hands and not ignore it.
Sure, sure. Yeah, no, that's...
I haven't fleshed all that out yet in my head. It's kind of a new thought, but...
Yeah, I'm processing.
So I can articulate it better some other time. After I think about it some more.
There you go. There you go. Yeah. Give yourself permission to miss stuff if you want to. Give yourself permission to not miss stuff if you don't want to. I certainly have a lot I miss and a lot I don't. And I'm just trying to honor all of it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Comment down below what you miss about being Mormon. Or what you don't miss. You know? Whatever. We don't care. If you haven't already, like and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. And we will see you guys in the next video.